A Russian soldier surrendered to Ukrainian authorities and handed over a tank in exchange for US $10,000, an advisor to the Ukrainian Interior Minister says. Taking to Facebook last week, Viktor Andrusov said a Russian soldier, identified only as Misha, called Ukrainian forces and surrendered. He explained weeks ago national police identified phone numbers used by Russians which are Ukrainian numbers. Authorities in Ukraine regularly sent text messages to those numbers, explaining how to surrender and hand over equipment. Mr. Andrusov said when Misha contacted the authorities and he was provided with information about how to surrender, adding the soldier was determined to meet up. Misha was surveilled with a drone, so authorities could be sure this was not an ambush, and then special forces detained him. It turned out that there was only one left from the tank crew, the rest escaped home. He didn't see the point of the war, Mr. Andrusov said on Facebook. He said Misha could not return home to Russia and he provided some information about the state of the Russian military amid the invasion and war in Ukraine. Misha said that there was almost no food left, military management is chaotic and practically absent, he said. Mr. Andrusov said Misha has received very comfortable detention conditions and at the end of the war, he will receive $10,000 and the opportunity to apply for citizenship. Until the end of the war, he will live comfortably with a TV, telephone, kitchen, and shower, he said. Russia invaded Ukraine over a month ago, causing devastation and destruction. Speaking to Russian journalists in a 90-minute video call, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he is willing to discuss a peace deal with Russia. Russian authorities had preemptively warned local media to refrain from reporting about the interview. He said Ukraine is prepared to discuss adopting a neutral status as part of a peace deal with Russia, but such a pact would have to be guaranteed by third parties and put to a referendum, Reuters reported. Mr. Zelensky said Russia's invasion had caused the destruction of Russian-speaking cities in Ukraine and said the damage was worse than the Russian wars in Chechnya. Security guarantees and neutrality, non-nuclear status of our state. We are ready to go for it. This is the most important point, Zelensky said. Mr. Zelensky said Ukraine refused to discuss certain other Russian demands, such as the demilitarization of the country. The president ruled out trying to recapture all Russian-held territory by force. Mr. Zelensky said doing so would lead to a third world war and he wanted to reach a compromise over the eastern Donbas region, which has been held by Russian-backed forces since 2014.